days, we had never heard of passing up a chance to kill a wolf. In a second, we were pumping lead into the pack, but with more excitement than accuracy. How to aim a steep downhill shot is always confusing. When our rifles were empty, the old wolf was down, and a pup was dragging a leg into impassable slide rock. We reached the old wolf in time to watch a fierce green fire dying in her eyes. I realized then, and have known ever since, that there was something new to me in those eyes, something known only to her and to the mountain. I was young then and full of trigger itch. I thought that because fewer wolves meant more deer, that no wolves would mean hunter's paradise. But after seeing the green fire die, I sensed that neither the wolf nor the mountain agreed with such a view. Aldo Leopold.
There's a cold wind blowing out across the hill on a crystal winter night. One of Mother Nature's endangered few running under cold starlight. Shadows sweep across the drifted, frozen, moonlit snow. The magic of a timber wolf with her head held way down low. And a green fire in her eye. The lone wolf looking at the city lights from a lonely, clear-cut hill. A symbol of the wilderness, a spirit man would kill. Mankind just a shadow of what they used to be. Forgotten how to be themselves, set their spirit free. They've lost that green fire in their eye. She-wolf cries all alone on the mountain where he ran. Red blood on the frozen snow, the foolishness of man. Shadows sweep across the valley, churning moonlit snow. Killers in their metal craft, the frightening gun barrels glow, and stole that green fire from her eye. They stole that green fire from her eye.
It only takes two things to become an earth firster. First, belief in our motto, no compromise in defense of Mother Earth. Secondly, a passionate, undying love for Mother Earth and for all of her creatures. We're guided by the philosophy of deep ecology. Deep ecology states that man is but one of a myriad of species, and not the most important one at that. We seek creative ways of ending age-old problems of destruction. Green fire is what the Earth First movement is really all about. Green fire is something that burns in all of us. It makes our movement tick. It needs to sweep the land if we are to save both our wildness and our wilderness. People, we're losing wilderness in this country at the rate of 1.5 million acres of wilderness area every year. This needs to stop if we are to have a future on this planet. We seek a simple and obvious concept. A seed of green fire that once planted can only burn into a wildfire of direct action in defense of Mother Earth. The seed.
It wasn't easy.
When we put this together.
I have to tell you another short anecdote about intelligence. I figured all this FBI trouble we've been having lately, there must be some way to turn it around to our favor, you see. So I was on the road in the spring when it was time to plant the garden at my home. And I got to thinking, well, my poor wife is there all alone. She's going to have to go out there with a shovel and do all this digging and everything. So I called home and I said, Jennifer, I know it's time to plant the garden, and here I am on the road. I can't help you out. But I just wanted to warn you, that 40 by 60 foot plot in the corner there where we had the garden last year, don't touch that area. That's where the guns are buried. Within 3 hours, the FBI showed up with picks, shovels, the whole works, tilled the entire garden patch, and it's all ready to plant in no time at all. A fine example of your government working for you.
Segment on trees. This time, the rainforest. The rainforest is perhaps the most diverse ecosystem anywhere. In it lie half the world's species, but it's being destroyed at the rate of 2.4% every year, and that rate of destruction is increasing. How diverse is the rainforest? Well, if you could find an average 4 square mile patch of it, you would find the following numbers of species. 1,500 species of flowering plants, 750 species of trees, 400 species of birds, 150 species of butterflies, 125 species of mammals, 100 species of reptiles, and 50 species of amphibians. There are over 30 million species of insects that live in the canopy of the rainforest alone. And on one tree in a rainforest in Belize, there are more species of ants than in the entire British Isles. But the rainforest is being destroyed at the rate of 1 football field every second. More than 50 species a day become extinct. This is a satellite photo taken in September of 1987 over Brazil, showing 2,500 active wildfires burning. And this is what it looks like. In the Amazon in 1988, an area was destroyed the size of Pennsylvania. They mine in the Amazon too, but there they leach with mercury and watch the residue into the water table. 72% of all the clear cutting of the Amazon is due to cattle ranching, and this is what the devastation looks like. Such a seemingly overwhelming task, stopping these wildfires of destruction. How can we ever hope to do anything about it? Well, folks, remember, the longest journey starts with just a single step. We have had victories. To save wilderness, you have to know it. To know it, you have to go out and experience it. Drink the water, hug the trees. To save wilderness, you need to kick back a little bit, have a little fun. Don't be depressed about what's going on. Go out and have a drink. Sing a song. dance a dance, dream a dream. We need to do these things. They're part of the things that are necessary to save wilderness, because we need to keep our spirits up, or we'll become endangered strangers. Well, given the fact that we probably don't want to become endangered strangers, what do we do about it? How do we save wilderness? Well, there's a few things that you might want to know first. Those are that George Bush isn't going to save any wilderness. The federal government isn't going to save any wilderness. Those agencies that we have mandated with saving our public lands, the BLM, the Forest Service, the Park Service, they're not doing their jobs. Well, what about the state agencies? Seems that they have their own axes to grind. The politicians, the Chamber of Commerce, they're not going to save wilderness. Who does that leave? That leaves you, and that leaves me. If we don't do it, it won't get done. It's up to us. There's nobody else. So, how do we do it? You know, not everybody can climb a tree. Not everybody can stand in front of a bulldozer, and some folks just don't believe in monkey wrenching. But for every person that climbs a tree, there needs to be 12 below in support, 50 behind them with cash and resources, 100 more writing letters, and 500 that simply know what's going on. The biggest enemy to wilderness is apathy. Now, it doesn't particularly matter which one of those things that you can do, as long as you do one of them. And that's the challenge from this show to you tonight, is to go out and do one of those things to make a difference, to help Mother Earth heal herself. Heal herself she will, whether we do anything or not about it or not. But the difference we can make is whether it takes her 500 years to do it or 500,000. That's the difference that we can make. Now, there is good news. There is a wave of change sweeping this country. Folks know that their environment is in bad shape. They know that something needs to be done now. They kind of even know what needs to be done. What they lack is the empowerment to think that they can make a difference, and that's where we come in. We come in with our spark of green fire burning brightly, with our knowledge that we can make a difference, and we help them to send a message so strong, so clear, so undeniable that all the developers, the land rapers, the destroyers know that nature bats last.
Watch out now, the boats are all in motion, on the river to the place they've never found. They say be cool now, yeah, like a snowball on the ocean, floating round, waiting round to melt down. Yeah, well, now there's a whole lot of things on this here world, evil and ugly too, but I ain't never seen nothing quite like the likes of what people do. They must not have no conscience, no sense of right or wrong. The devil sends the invites out to the place where they belong. You can rape the land, you can cut the trees, you can dig up all the gold. If all you see is commodities that can be bought and sold, you know you're living on a living thing that feels what you do. And I can feel her rising up, crying out to you, go to hell now, walk on splinters on the way, go to hell now, yeah, the devil must be paid. You can bring this earth to misery, cause some here to die, but you can't stop the green fire as it rides across the sky. Watch out now. The boats are all in motion on the river to the place of no return. Be cool now, like a snowball on the ocean, floating round, waiting round to burn. You can kill off all the oceans, turn them into mud, block out half the sunlight, turn the rivers into blood. Yeah, wipe out the living species while the blame you all deny. Questions about your neighbors, you can ask the FBI. Yeah, you can fill up all the prisons, load the beast with straw, lie, cheat and steal and kill, all within the law. You can twist the words of justice to fit your greedy ways, but you won't find a place to hide when Mother Nature says, go to hell now. Walk on splinters on the way. Go to hell now. You know the devil must be paid. You can bring this earth to misery, cause some here to die, but you can't stop the green fire as it rides across the sky. Watch out. The boats are all in motion on the river to the place they've never found. Be cool now, like a snowball on the ocean, just floating round, waiting round to melt down like green fire. Green fire. There's a cold wind carrying the lonesome sound to the timber wolf inside you, searching out the warrior souls of burning they can't hide. Shadow of extinction, crushing life's diversity. Take a lesson from the timber wolf people. Be what you must be and find that green fire in your eye. You gotta find that green fire in your eye. Right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, folks, thanks for coming. That's our show for tonight.